So who's ready for another week of workouts or 4 weeks of workouts? Because I'm literally right now going to explain to you the next 4 weeks and what you need to expect at Scorch so that way you can get the most out of your workouts and not lift too heavy during a week you shouldn't and then be so sore that you can't accomplish what I want you to accomplish the following week, if that makes sense. So anyways, we are talking about the next 4 weeks, which starts with this week, which is the week of April 29th. So we are going into 3 overload weeks in a row. So what that means is that we're going to be progressively starting to lift heavier. So you're going to see in this week, you're going to see rep ranges on like 4 to 6 reps, 6 reps, a lot of 6 rep stuff. Maybe a little bit of 8, but mostly 6. I want you to lift heavy. I want you to lift close to failure on those. If you do see cardio, this week you can push yourself on cardio. In the coming weeks, we're going to use cardio as more of like a warm up for those heavy lifts, but we'll get back into that in a second. So this week, the week of April 29th, overload week. You're lifting heavy, you're pushing yourself on cardio, you're just pushing yourself in general. So feel free to go ham this week. Next week, which is the week of May 6th, is going to be our second overload week. So you might be sore going into it. You're going to see the rep ranges start to drop. Okay, so now you're going to see more 6s across the board, some 4s, and those big heavy compound movements. Our compound movements are our squats, our deadlifts, our bench press. So you're going to see a little bit of cardio. The reason that we're doing cardio with these heavier compound movements isn't to just like beat the crap out of you cardiovascularly. It's literally to make sure that you're getting a solid warm up before we go into these heavier lifts. So use cardio as active recovery or as a warm up during these overload phases. Week 3, again, this is going to be your third overload. You are going to be possibly tired at this point. The rep ranges are dropping even lower. You're going to see 4 reps on things like your back squats, your deadlifts. You're going to see all the way down to 2 reps on bench. We're getting close to maxing out. When we are doing these types of heavy lifts, this is where you say, hey, coach, hey, who's ever my coach, hey, my friend who's next to me who knows what they're doing, let me, like, give me a spot or let me spot you, okay? I want you guys to feel comfortable when you're doing these heavier lifts and know that you're doing them correctly, especially on the back squats. Ask us to help you. Let us get in the racks with you and make sure you're doing things safely. Deadlifts, look out on form. I really want you to make sure that you're keeping the weight in your heels. Core is engaged even on those heavy 4 reps. Because again, quality of the movement is going to be the most important part of this. Remember that we like quality of movement and that keeps us injury free. So those are your 3 overload weeks. Then after that, we'll have a deload week. So that's going to be the week of May 20th. During that week, we're going to lift lighter. You're going to see more cardio. You're going to see higher reps. Go through the motions, try to get through the rounds. This is where our body gets to adapt from those 3 weeks of lifting heavy. So again, April 29th, May 6th, May 13th. Those weeks are all going to be about just getting progressively heavier and heavier and heavier over those 3 weeks. And then when we get to the week of May 20th, this is where we get that reprieve, where we're going to be really focusing in on, again, just adapting from those 3 weeks of stress. You might actually feel more sore during that deload week just because your body is handling all the stimulus from the previous 3 weeks. So that's what you can expect over the next 4 weeks at Scorchy Scorch. If you have any questions, obviously let us know. We're more than happy to help you. And if you are worried about lifting heavier, talk to us. Let us help you. Again, let us spot you. Let us go through the motions with you. That's why we are there. And that's why your coaches are there. And that's why I'm there. Grab us out of the front lobby if we're chilling up there, if you want an extra spot or you have a question. So again, remember, overload, 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 deload. And for my friends who hate deload week, embrace it because it makes it so during overload week, you can lift even heavier. So I'll see you all in the gym tomorrow. And I can't wait to do these 3 overload weeks with you and be really sore and stuff. So, okay, we'll see you this week.